Okay, so number five, this is my vault song, Castles Crumbling. Get from Speak Now Taylor version. This song is so good. I was really trying to decide between this one and Timeless, but this one is just so good. Haley Williams' part in this song is just flawless, and they just go so well together. You could put this song to any like fictional character. Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones. Kill me in the comments if I butchered that. I'm sorry. Anakin Skywalker. There's so many characters you could put this song. That power went to my head. Those I love tried to help, and I ran them off. Like, come on. Now I sit behind walls of regret. Oh, come on. It's just we should not have been kept from this song, and it's just so beautiful. I love this song so much.
All right. Number five, I have The Story of Us.
Okay.
Yes, I love this song. The melody is, the rhythm is just such a banger, even without the lyrics. Even if you didn't have lyrics, it would just be such an amazing song. But he's throwing the lyrics, and they are just awesome. Like you said, middle parts. Next chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charlie Misha, but I don't know how I never heard silence quite this loud. Yes, she can write music. Yes. Yeah, it's like I said, such a great song. I like the music video too. I think this is Taylor's like the best in this video.
Yeah,
she's
kind of like her little nerdy outfit.
yeah, and on the wall with the Italian dancing.
Yeah.
I thought she was just like so amazing in this one. Yeah, it's just such a fun song, so catchy, such a great beat, amazing lyrics. Yeah. Number five, Story of Us.
Okay. Number four, You Belong With Me.
Mhm.
This was, like I said, this was her first mega hit, and I love this song. I listened to this song so many times, and I still, to this day, it's just so dang good. It's just catchy, it's fun, that and that. But like you said, the generic takes off her glasses, lets her hair down, hot. And then she's like fighting with the brunette version of herself throughout the entire song.
Yeah.
But it's just a really catchy, good song. And like I said, her first like mega hit.
Okay. Number four, Ronan.
Okay.
Yeah, so this has joined Concrete Angel and Alyssa Lies as a song that if I hear it, I'm gonna start tearing up. This was so touching. The only reason I think it's not in the top three was because it's not really Taylor's song, and Taylor owns that, and she really has missed that. This is Maya's song. She found this woman's blog, and she just took the words from her blog and set it to music, and it turned out something so beautiful. Gave the screaming mother a voice, and all the profits from this single all went to charity to fighting cancer. So this is just Taylor being a wonderful human being.
Yeah.
And the heartbreaking lyrics, and like I said, it's Maya's song, not Taylor's, and that's why Taylor wouldn't even release it on Taylor's version until she got permission. She's like, this is your song, it's your story, not mine, so I'm not going to release it without your say so. But yeah, it's a heartbreaking story. It's such a horrible thing. Something that should never happen to anyone, and Taylor just
encapsulated that
put
so
that
well.
out there, and yeah. See, you can't even talk about without to. Number four, the masterpiece that is Ronan, which I had actually never heard before we had to do this list.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Number three, I've got Out of the Woods.
Okay.
As I said earlier, this is the best bridge she's ever written. Remember When You Hit the Brakes Too Soon, 20 Stitches in the Hospital. It's just such a good song, and just the beat and everything. The music video is awesome. She takes 13 steps till she rises back up. Taylor, 13. She loves 13. I love this song so much.
All right. Number three is my bonus.
Okay.
Starlight.
This is a catchy song.
It is catchy as heck. It is amazing. Apparently, I had been mishearing the lyrics all these years. Just recently, I watched the lyric video for Taylor's version on YouTube. Because I love the song. I said, "Oh, let's pull up the song." So I met Bobby on the boardwalk.
Who's Bobby?
What? Met Bobby? All these years, I had been hearing, "I'm a Barbie on the boardwalk." So apparently, she saw a picture of Bobby and Ethel Kennedy and just wrote this song. So I was like, I don't like the Kennedys, but I love this song. So
power.
She just, her as a storyteller, her as a master lyricist. The beat is amazing. Yeah, this is a very underrated song. Yeah, my number 3, Starlight.
Okay. I know the next two off the top of my head. Number 2 is New Romantics. This is my favorite song off 1989. This is such a bop. This is so catchy. This is my favorite pop song ever. It's just so good. I can build a castle of all the bricks they threw at me. This is the song that she sang right after she announced the 1989 Taylor's version, which I called. The rumors are terrible and cruel, but honey, most of them are true. They were true. 1989 Taylor's version's coming out. It's just such a good song. It's so fun. And if I need like a feel good, this is my go-to song. It's so good.
Okay.
And I was really happy that this was on this list.
All right. Number 2 is actually my favorite Taylor song. I did not give the number 1 spot to my favorite song, so I'll explain that when we get to number 1. But yeah, number 2, my favorite Taylor Swift song, Back to December.
Okay.
Yes, I love this song. It gets you right here. It is just her pouring her heart out as an artist, and like stereotype. And Taylor never takes responsibility. It's always the guy's fault. You ever hear Back to December? No, this was her. This is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you, saying I'm sorry for that night. Yeah, all the lyrics in this one just when Cole came to the dark days crept into my mind. You gave me all your love, and all I gave you was goodbye. You gave me rose, and I left them there. Yeah, it's just so wonderful. And Back to December because I love December. December's such a great month. I love Christmas and everything. There are plenty of Decembers I would love to go back to. So yeah. All the lyrics just hit so well. This is just my absolute favorite Taylor Swift song. It is total fire.
For my number 1, Pre-Reputation, because these are not all of my number 1 all-time favorite song is on Folklore, which is Exile. And that could be another video if you want, but that's my all-time favorite Taylor Swift song. Mine is number 1 on this list. This is such a good song.
It is awesome.
I remember the night that she released Taylor's version, I'm sitting there listening to it in the beginning. I'm like, okay, this sounds familiar. Then just the riff of the guitar kicks in. I'm just sitting there smiling. I'm like, this is her version. It just sounds so good. I love this song so much. This is the best pre-Reputation Taylor Swift song, in my opinion. And it's just fun. It's a good love story. Like you said, it's a grown-up version of love story, and it's just so good. It's like that fantasy of like how you would want a relationship to go and how you want it to end. Like you want the white picket fence family. It's just such a good song. I love Mine. I was so excited when Speak Now Taylor's version came out because I could not wait for this song. I love this song.
Okay. So I gave number 1 to my second favorite song because even though it's not my favorite, I do believe this is her best work. This is Taylor at her best. It was everything everybody loved about her. Number 1, 15. Yes, this was slightly wiser, older Taylor giving advice to the new generation. Just such great advice. It's heartwarming. Reminiscing about high school days and lessons learned from there, and very good lesson. I used to say, kids about to enter high school should be forced to listen to this on repeat, so they learn something. Don't do it out of go. You don't have to go with the first person that says I love you because sometimes people aren't who you think they are. They change their minds.
Yeah.
It is just Taylor being Taylor, helping out the kids. It's just
high school.
It is high school Taylor. It is just Taylor at her core. This was pure, unadulterated Taylor. When you think of Taylor, this is the kind of stuff you think of when you think of classic Taylor. So yes, my second favorite song, and I believe her very best work, 15. Yeah. So one lyric I want to address is back then I swore I was going to marry him someday, but I realized some bigger dreams of mine. Bit of an understatement, I think.
I like that.
Okay, so we'll do the magic of math, then we'll come back with combined rankings. A few moments later. And the magic of math, we're back with the combined rankings. So at 35, we have The Last Time. 34, Eyes Open. 33, Tim McGraw. 32, Should Have Said No. 31, Ours. 30, I Knew You Were Trouble. 29, Today Was a Fairy Tale. 28, Teardrops on My Guitar. 27, Everything Has Changed. 26, Fearless. 25, White Horse. 24, Shake It Off. 23 and 22 is a tie between Style and Bad Blood. 21 and 20 is a tie between 22 and Wildest Dreams.
They're so close.
So close to having 22 at 22. 19 and 18 is a tie between Mean and Sparks Fly. 17-16 tie between 15 and We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. 15, Ronin. 14, Begin Again. 13, Red. 12, 11, 10, 9, tie. Picture to Burn, Blank Space, Out of the Woods, New Romantics. 8, Back to December. 7, Love Story. 6, Our Song. 5, The Story of Us. 4, You Belong With Me. 3, Castles Crumbling. 2, Mine. And 1, Starlight. So Starlight and Castle Crumbling kind of threw things off a little bit because there was no average there. It was just each of us took our raw scores. So you can throw those out, then mine is number 1, followed by You Belong With Me, Story of Us, and so on. Okay, so now it's time to go over the trivia part. So here's our average scores for each album. So just a little bit of clarification. The average scores on Fearless do include Today Was a Fairy Tale because she recorded the Taylor's version of that song on her Taylor's version of the Fearless album. And the scores for Red include Ronin, again because it was included on Taylor's version. And also Eyes Open because that was on the more Red Taylor's version chapter, so I included it in that. And also of note, my score for Red does include Starlight, and Tanner's Speak Now score includes Castles Crumbling. So we'll go over the actual scores now. So for debut album, I gave it an average score of 22.2. Tanner's average score was 20.4. A combined average score of 21.3. On Fearless, you can see my average score, 14.33. Tanner's, 19.67. Ended up with a combined average score of 17. Speak Now. My average score, 12.33. And Tanner's average score, 13. I know he didn't do that on purpose. I don't know how it ended up happening, but it did. Yeah, Tanner's average score for Speak Now is Taylor's favorite number, and I just love that that happened. And then the combined average score, 12.67. Then we get to Red. My average score was 18.8. Tanner's, 22.11. For a combined average of 20.46. And then 1989, my average score, 19.43. Tanner's average score, 12.14. Combined average, 15.79. So then, if we plug in those numbers and the other album rankings, here's what we come up with. For me, 5, Debut. 4, 1989. 3, Red. 2, Fearless. And 1, Speak Now. For Tanner's, we get Red at number 5, then Debut. Fearless at number 3, 2, Speak Now. And then for number 1, 1989. And when we take the combined scores, we get the Debut at number 5, and then at 4, Red, 3, Fearless, 2, 1989, and then 1, Speak Now. Now, of course, these aren't necessarily the solid rankings of each album, because, again, these only include the release singles that were covered, so it doesn't include a whole lot of the songs on the album. So, well, I can't speak for Tanner. I do think this would be my actual ranking. I haven't listened to the full Debut, but I've listened to the rest in their entirety, including the Taylor's versions that have been released so far. And yeah, this would be my ranking. So Debut at the bottom, followed by 1989. Then Red, just under Fearless. For me, Fearless and Red are pretty much tied. I think I give Fearless the edge over Red because the singles better, but in terms of the songs in the album that aren't singles, I think Red does better than Fearless in that category. But yes, Speak Now definitely number 1. I love that album, including most of the vault songs. Yeah, it's probably my second favorite album of all time is, and if you limit me to one album per artist, then it's definitely my second favorite album of all time. So yeah, those are album ranking trivia, and then miscellaneous trivia. The biggest difference in our ranks was 15. I put that 29 places higher than Tanner did. So remember earlier in the videos, those earlier parts when he was trying not to have an impartition over where I put some of his favorite songs. He had already done mine a few slots ago. So yeah, I just found that kind of funny. And then we did have two exact matches. We both put Begin Again at 14 and Our Song at 9. All right. Thank you for sticking with us through this several part series on Two Brothers Review. We hope you'll stick around because we have more content coming. As always, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, and thank Kelly Clarkson for the Taylor's versions. And side note, Kelly actually is my favorite singer, so thank you, Kelly.
Folklore's my favorite album.
All right. All right. Later.